Okay. So welcome back. So this is one of the machine test. One of my subscriber has received it for a product-based company. So what they have asked him to do is like create a simple product listing page. In that he should be able to filter out the product based on the category. Again, this is not with the API. Just he can do the same thing in either he can store the data in the JSON format or in the component itself in a variable we can store it. So majorly what they required is product listing. Inside product listing, there are certain rules. So if you can see over here, if the quantity is zero, we need to show like this. And if quantity is zero, we should show the out of stock button. Correct? This is the first point. Then rating dynamics. So in the product listing, we should store the number of rating like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Based on that, this star should be dynamic. If it is three ratings, only three should be glowing and remaining two should be without this glowing, like without this background color. So it will be like 3 star. This is the second point. Then calculate discount price. So what they have said is like in the product list, we should have a price and the discount. So by calculating the discount and the price, we should be able to show this. So this will be the actual price and this should be discounted price. So in the product list, we have to store the discount percentage, whatever percentage we say. And offer div dynamic. Again, in the product list, we will have a one variable, one property, which is like it's in offer or something. So if the product is in offer, we have to show this offer block. So HTML he has already created it. Just some out of this, some things he has completed, something he didn't complete it, but he shared it. So I thought like, let's create a video with comparing everything. Then filter products. So here you can see we have majorly like when we company has asked us to create the product list. So it's based on us, like we can store a category inside the product list, means product object, we can have a category or we can have a category ID also, and category array we can bind it over here. And based on the category array, category ID selected, we can just filter it out. So this is that. And once we click on the category, that should be selected. Wherever we click, that should be selected. No, 127 is this is just a HTML. This is just a static HTML page I'm running. Then, and if we click on, let's say, if we click on camera, if in our product list, we don't have any product matching with this particular category, so we should be able to see no products available like that. Then we have add to cart functionality. This is the important one. Now, in every product, you can see we have got a buy now button. So if the quantity is available, then we will be able to see the buy now button. If we click on the buy now, that product should get added to the cart with quantity by default 1, right? So this is the add quantity. So add to cart. And here you can see in the now bar, we have a cart icon. So on click of this small pop-up should be open. By default, it won't be visible. On click of close, it should be closed. And here we have to show the products added to the cart. Now, so this was a machine test. Now, like either if you are comfortable with what we can say, reading the data from the JSON file, you can do it, or you can store it in the normal component variable also, because that is not the main perspective of the machine test. Main perspective of the machine test is like you can complete the functionality. Data doesn't matter where you are getting the data. Either you can get this kind of data from API, you can store the data into normal variable or in the JSON format also. They want to judge you like if they don't provide you the API, can you create a particular object, like what things you will be needing to accomplish this task like that. So I have created an Angular 17 project. So in package.json, you can see 17.3 is there. Inside that, again, I have installed Bootstrap and Font Awesome. And in angular.json, I have added the style statement. So after installing Bootstrap and the Font Awesome, we have to add the links also in angular.json so that we can use it. Now, what components we are going to need? So if we see the UI, like this navbar, we can keep it in a app component because this is kind of a website. It's not an admin application. So navbar, we will keep it in a app component. That is our parent component. Then we can create a component that will be product list. And in product list, we will show this product. Again, so whenever we are appearing for the machine test, the idea is they will provide a machine test, some scenario, but you have to use, so in some machine test, they will explicitly specify like create as much as reusable component you can create. Like for product card, you can create a reusable component. For this category, you can create a reusable component. For showing this card dialog box, you can create a reusable component. It's based on you. So try to create a reusable component so that you can showcase like, yes, I know the input and output also, how we pass the data from one component to another. So machine test is a place where you are, after your theoretical interview or normal interview question, this is the place where you are actually going to showcase your skill set. Like what skill set, what logic complexity or problem statement you understand properly, how you tackle that. That is what any interviewer will try to look out for. Correct? So try to just not whatever provided in the machine test, obviously you have to complete that. But try to go beyond that. Whatever they have not mentioned, but try to cover that also, because that will specify your skill. And when you explain the application or the code you have written, so you can explain like these are the various topics I have used. Correct? Now, so in app component, we will put this nav bar. So this whatever the UI you are seeing now, it is already pushed into my GitHub project, that is YouTube project template. So this is the page card. So this is the nav bar. So let's copy this nav bar, and we will, Yogesh, don't use anything. Okay. Now I will put it over here. So in app component, we have the nav bar now. So let's save it. So now you can see we are getting the nav bar. This div is also there. Now this div for now, I will hide it. Yogesh, I think you are using that clipboard. How we do that? Don't use anything, Yogesh. Let me just stop it. Don't use anything that, okay, clipboard and anything. Just try to watch it. Now, so we have put the nav bar. In that nav bar, we have this drop down. This is just a normal bootstrap drop down. But here you can see this is the class which show this pop-up. This is not a model pop-up. This is simply a div. Okay. So we just have to remove this class. So just remember this, if we apply this class, so that pop-up will be visible. So see, now it is hidden. So if we add this class, that pop-up will be visible. Now, and after the navbar, we will need our router outlet, because this is a navbar. So before, after the navbar, we will have a router outlet. Router outlet will be responsible to load the activated route. So router outlet. Now let's create the component. So now in a app folder, I will just create a folder. Let's say pages. Now, so what we can do, we can create a card component which will only have a design of this card. Then we will create a home component where we will showcase these products, and we will, this is already we have created. So only two components we will create. Home component where we will display all the products and this category list also, and a card component for storing the product. So over here, let's open the terminal. So ng generate component, let's say home is the first component. Here we will show all the products along with the top category. Then second component will be, let's say, product card. This will be a reusable component where we will have a product card design only. Correct? Now, let's create the routes also. So this is with Angular 17. So we will have a normal constant file over here. So path, let's say this will be a default route, redirect to, let's say, home, and path mesh strategy, providing value full. Then our home component route, then our component, that will be home component. Then our product component. So now product component is going to be our reusable component. So we don't have to create the route for that. So only one route is enough. Correct? So let's just save. Now, over here, you can see after the navbar, we are able to see the home component because that is the only component we have, and we have set it as a default also. Correct? Now, Yogesh, what you are doing, man? Don't use the clipboard now. Okay. So in home component, what we have to do first, like in the product component, we have to put our card, the card design. Okay. So let's me get the card design. So this is the card design. Here you can see from here our card starts. So I will just copy this and I will put this in a card design like this. Okay. So this component will contain only the UI for the card. We will create the input and everything, but let me just, yeah. Now in my home component, that will be a place where we are going to showcase the product. So now we will need this structure. I will just copy this and inside this home, we will put it div section. And this is again div, right? So now here we have to render the dynamic product. So I think we don't have any external CSS. No, nothing is there. Now, so in home component, we can store the product list in a variable. So I have created the product list also. I will just copy paste this. We will put this into our variable .ts component .ts. Let's remove the var. Let me just format it. I will explain what properties we have in the object. So see, if the data is coming from API, if the company provide you the API, our half the work is already done. We don't have to worry about what properties I have to take in the object. But some companies wants to see like, are you able to understand also like what attributes for a particular product needs, right? So if some company product, most of the product based companies need very skilled developer. They don't want you just consume the API and do the remaining part. They want to have a proper knowledge where you can also think like what properties you can need in a product, correct? Like that. Okay. So here you can see product ID we will consider as a primary key. Rating. So as I told you, like we will have max 5 rating. Out of that, for each product, we will have some rating. Based on these ratings, we will have that star dynamic. Then offer, right? So is offer variable, is property is there, which will have true false value. Then product name, whatever we have to display. Then category. So here you can see I have created a category list also. So if we click on the particular category, that category products we need to filter out now, right? So by using array.filter, we will filter it out by matching with the category. Then we have price. So here you can see we have price and the discount also. So by doing this, we will calculate the final price after discounted price. Available quantities, the property where we get to decide like quantity is available or not, and image URL. That's it. So these are the properties we have. Now, if we see the UI, so first thing is like we can plot these buttons. So let's get this button also. Yeah, we had already the buttons. Yeah, we have this button already. This is the static. So let's make it dynamic now. Now, in our home component, category list, we have stored into a variable. So we have to use for loop to iterate the buttons. So again, it's an Angular 17. So if you have to use ng for, we have to add the common module. But to skip that, we can make use of the what do we say? Control flow statement now. So here we have at the rate for, instead of item, we have to put it this. And inside this, we have to put our button. So let's get the button. Okay. Now, instead of the static value, we will show whatever the value we have. It's an array of strings, so directly we can pass the item only. It's not an array of objects. So it's an array of strings, so we can directly use the, we can directly print the item only. Why it is looking like this? Oh, at the wrong place we did. This is the right place. So here you can see we are getting the button, whatever the categories we have stored inside that. Second is like after this, we have to showcase the products also, correct? So product we have stored into this variable. Let me just close this project. We don't need it now. So in the product list, we have the array. Now this we have to use in over here at the rate for loop again. Product list. Now product, for storing the product, we have already created a reusable component, that is card, product card. So this product card, this selector, we will use it over here. Okay. Now here we are getting the error. So in Angular 17, all the components are by default standalone. So if you have to use this component, in the component itself, in the import section, you need to import that. So product card component. So once you import that, then you can use it. So let's just save it and let's check if we are able to see that much time. You can see products are coming, but it's coming one by one down. That's because we have our call LG3 correct only, no? And in the product, we have card div. But why it's coming one by one down? Let's see. It has taken call 12 or what? Call 3 only. This is one call 3. Okay, sorry. So this for loop should, this div should be inside the for loop, no? Because we have to iterate this div also, not just the card. Let me just format it again. Now our this div will be repeat. So now you can see we have got the card, right? Now, first we will just complete the card section, product, whatever the things we have to do over here. Like the information, we will first print it out. So now this is our reusable component. So obviously, whatever the item we have, this item we need to pass to this component, then only we will show the respective card product data. So let's create the item over here. So here, let's say @input. Card, or let's say it's going to have a product data, product :any. Okay. Now, wherever I'm using this component in the home component. So while using it, I can pass the data also. So you can see it is suggesting product. And here we have to pass the item. So whatever the current product is there, that we are passing. Now, in this variable, we are going to get the product data. So now we can use this to bind the data. So first, starting from the first. So like this div, the offer div will be visible. What we said, the offer div will be visible if we got that property as a true. So here again, instead of using ngif, we will use @if. And this div will be put inside this. And product dot. So what's the property name? What we have created is offer. This is the property name. So this we have to use it over here. Okay. So this div will be visible if in my product variable, input variable, I got the is offer as true, then only this div will be visible. Then here, the second point was if the quantity is 0, we have to add a red color, otherwise red color, and that out of stock button is also there. First, we have to add the route color. So here BG info is there. So by default, BG info will look like this. But if the quantity is 0, we have to add a color like this, correct? So again, like in Angular, how do we add a dynamic class? So for BG red, BG danger color, we have to add it. How do we add that color? In the previous version, we used to do that by using ng class, correct? But if you have to use ng class, again, you need to add the common module. But if you have to avoid that common module, you can just do the property binding. That will be like this. So class, and this will be my string. So this like condition will be like product dot, what is the property name? Quantity available. Let me just split this. This is the property with which we need to match. So if quantity equal to 0, then this class, otherwise this class. So now this class, whole class, I have to put it over here and over here also. So this is kind of a repetitive thing, because if we don't have to use the ng class, then we have to write like this. So this is like we are just this is property binding, normal property binding. If this condition gets true, means if product quantity is 0, so we have to add danger color. Okay. Otherwise, it will be with info, but remaining classes are same because we are not using ng class. So whole class we have to add in the ternary operator. So and here we have to show the quantity available also. So product dot quantity available. And at the bottom we have buy now button. If the product quantity is 0, we have to show other button, that is out of stock. So again, if condition, the top one only. So if this product quantity is 0, we have to show the out of stock button. Out of stock with secondary color. And at the retails, if it is not equal to 0, we will show our buy now button so that user can add product to the cart. This will go over here. Let's just save and test if it is properly visible. So here you can see this is 6. No, wait, let me check. Okay, here we have to check. So here you can see product quantity is 3, so we got it. If product quantity is 0, 0 is visible with the background color and out of stock is also there. See, wherever we have in my array, I think we just have quantity 0 for just 2 products. This one. So only 3 products are there where quantity is 0. Let's check this one, and this one. Okay. Next, what we have to again bind. Now image. So image again, like we are getting the image from in the product array only. So that we can use it as a property binding. So product dot image field name is image URL. So this will go over here. Then we have to showcase the category also. So laptop means nothing but category. So product dot category. This we will go over here. Then we have to showcase this is like the total price. Okay. We will write the logic for that calculation later. First, we will just print it everything. Price. Then this will be my product name. Just copy paste. This will be our product name. It will go over here. Here we are actually going to calculate it. Then star also is remaining. That's it. So let's just save and check if we are able to see the proper information. Correct. So you can see images are also dynamic and the price is also dynamic. Just this is part what we need to calculate now. Okay. So now we are getting the actual price. After that, in the array, we have stored the discount. Anyone knows like how do we calculate the discount? Just a formula. Anyone? So this is price and we are getting the percent also. Let me just unmute. Yeah, you can unmute now. So in the discount, we are getting the discount, like what number of discount we have. So how do we calculate the discounted price? Anyone? Product dot discount into 100, no?
Yes, yes.
Let's see if we are getting it correct. Yeah, 9158, but we need to limit it also. So can we add 2 fixed over here or no? Dot 2 fixed, yeah, we can add and we will limit the point to let's say 2 digit. Doesn't matter, we will just round it off to 0. Let's round it off to 0 only. We don't need to showcase the point value. So here you can see this was the actual price. After the discounted, we are getting this. Okay, whatever we have stored in the discount, just like that. Let's just try to change something. So product price was let's say 10,000 and discount is like say 25%. Let's see what do we get. No, our formula got wrong. See, actual price is 10,000, but we have got 40,000. What is
Discount,
the, sorry,
discount divided by 100.
discount? This product price?
Actual price by 100 into discount.
Actual price into 100 divide by discount, no?
Yes, yes.
Divide by discount. Let's see. Still same or not saved? How come it is still same? Or this only it is big? No. Minus actual price. Okay. Minus actual price. That will be product price. Why we are getting error? This we have put, okay, one more bracket we need to add. No, wait. Product price divided by this dot to fix minus product price. Let's see. Oh, something. Product price into 100 divided by product discount. Wait, this should be in the round bracket. Why it's giving error? Left hand side when we must be of any, but it's a number, begin or enum. Let's create a function. It will be proper get discounted price. Product colon any. This function we will call it over here. Whatever the logic we have written over here, let's do that logic in the function. This function we have to call it over here. And we need to pass the product, whole product data. Now, and we need to return the value. So product price into 100 divided by product discount. This is correct. And minus, let's remove the to fix from here. After that to fix. Let's just save and check if we are getting it proper. No, still we are not getting. What's the formula? JavaScript to calculate discounted price. Let's check it. What it's saying, price, then discount. So num_val1 was nothing but price. So here we have to provide the price. And this will be, let's say, discount. Let's check if this is working. Yeah, now it is working. So see in the part, what we did wrong then? Product price into 100 minus product discount. Let it be. Okay. So we have successfully calculated the discount. Now, again, what is remaining? The star logic. Now the stars are nothing but the font awesome star. So here you can see these are the star. So this, if we add this class, this will look like the field means that much rating. So we have to check the class which is for empty also. So for fast star, we need another class which will have an empty. Let's check that. We need a star which is empty. So this will be this star. Okay. Okay. So here we need to write the logic now. So how we will write is like, see, in the home component, we are getting, where is the value? Rating as 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we can write the logic like if rating is greater than 1 or less than or greater than, we will display that product with particular class. Okay. So let's say product here class will be dynamic. Okay. So square bracket around that. Condition will be if product dot rating is, let's say, greater than 0. Otherwise, we will add this class greater than 0 or 1. Let's try it. This, otherwise, this will be there. So let's just copy. This is the condition. This will be with 2, 3, 4. I think we have to start with 0 only. Let's try. Whatever works, we will carry on with that. And 4. So yeah, it is working. Let's just cross verify also. So in the first product, we have rating as 3. Yeah, so 3 stars are marked. Then we have 1, so only 1 star is marked, right? So see, it was a simple logic. So what we did, we if we have provided the condition, if it is 0, greater than 0, whatever it can be, so it will add this class. If it is greater than 1, this class will be there. Let's say we have for first product, we have greater than 3. So only for this 3, it will add this class, remaining it will add this empty star only. Okay, so this is how we add the ratings. This is how we fill the star ratings. Okay, what else is remaining? So everything is done from this. Now the second thing is like we have to filter the product also. So while filtering, if we click on the iPad, I need to filter out the products which is having the category as iPad only. So let's do that. Now, where in the home component, our work is done for this now. Now we have the button over here, right? So over here, we will write the click button. And what do we say? Filter category. Let's create this function. Now, either what we can do, we can pass the variable only. So this, when we are clicking on it, whatever the category it is iterating, that a category we are passing it over here. So this we will get it over here. Category colon string. Now this is the, whenever we have to filter it out now, we need means client side filtering. We need 2 variables. In first variable, we will store the actual data, and in second variable, we will store the filter data, because we cannot filter from here and we cannot assign in the same variable, na? Because otherwise old data will go away. So always we need to create 2 variable. So filtered products colon any. Okay. So what I will do over here also on constructor. So this is the original variable. We are storing all the data, but we have on the page load, we have to maintain this copy also. So whatever the data we have in the original product list, that we will assign to our filtered data also. Sorry, product list. And in the HTML, we will use this variable filtered product list over here. Okay. Now, In this function, we need to filter out the data. So constant products is equal to this dot product list dot. Now, when we have to filter the array, we normally have find and filter. Find, we use it when we have to get the only one record. But now in this case, we know like there are going to be multiple record matching this particular category. So we have to make use of the filter. Filter, round bracket, item, or let's say product, prod dot. Dot with what? With category we need to match is equal to whatever the category we get in the parameter. Now the records we will get it into this variable, and this we will assign it over here in the filtered category, filtered products. This will go over here. So let's just save and check if we are able to see the filtered product first. So currently on the page load, we are able to see all the products. Now, if we click on the monitor, so you can see only monitor is visible. If we click on the camera, only camera is visible. If we click on the laptop, only laptops are visible. This is how filtering is done. But we need to filter, if let's say, let's go to the reset stage. So if we have like this, let's say if I click over here, this button should be selected. It should look like I have clicked this category. So to do this, we will again create a variable that will be just to store the selected category. Selected category colon string is equal to empty. Okay. And once we get the data, well, I mean, on click of this, we will store that category variable over here. Okay. Now this variable, we will use it to add a dynamic class to this button. So again, property binding. So condition will be if this variable will have the for loop instance, that is item. If both are same, then we will add this class, otherwise this class. So if it is activated, so we will just remove this outline. And if it is not selected one, so we will have the outline, means it will look like selected. So let's just test this. So by default, it is not selected any. Let's say click on the monitor. So see, it is looking like it is selected. If we click on camera, it looks like it is selected. But now what if I have to see all the products again? So in the same function, we can write the logic. So if I click on this button again, this should get unselected and all the products will be visible. So how do we do that? So currently camera is selected. If I again click on this, here we can write a logic. So if the old value means in this value, we have the camera, and whatever the new value means this parameter is the same, means already this category was selected. So we need to unselect that. So this will be, we will initialize this with empty. And in this dot filter product, we will assign all the product. That will be this dot product list. And in else, we will have the remaining logic, means if different category is selected. So you can see by just creating a single variable, you can achieve so many scenarios. So this is what logic they want to check. So that's why they will provide a normal machine test, but you have to improvise that machine test and so that you can show your coding skill. So see, by default, all products are there. If we click on iPad, so only iPad is there. But again, if I click on the same, see, everything is visible. Now, second test case, if we click on the monitor and if we select another one, so see, it's properly working. But if I select on the same selected one, again, that category is getting unselected and all the products we are able to see. So that's it now. Okay, one more thing, like if no product is visible, I think don't have. Again, like can just write a simply if condition because I don't have any category which then I have not added that product. So here, what we will do, currently we can't test it, or let's test it also. So here we will use ng container. Okay. Now here on this ng container, we can write the condition. Okay, condition also we are not using ng, so let use iterative. If filter list dot length is equal to 0. Now ng container is not needed actually. So here what we will do, we will simply show the paragraph, or let's class 12. And here we will create a paragraph. Let's add a center. And here we will show no record found or no product found. And with this else, if we have the product, it will render our product with the following for loop. This will go inside this. Correct. Let's add a category. Let's say what do mobile we don't have now. Mobile. Okay, so in my product, I don't have any category where any product where we have the mobile category. So let's just save. So now if we click on the headphone, you are able to see. Now if we click on the mobile, we have a mobile. Where it is mobile? Okay. Let's say tablet. Okay, so if we click on the tablet, you can see no product is found. Again, if we click on the mobile, it is visible, right? So this is also we have completed. Doesn't matter like this is mentioned on this, but normally like you get the CRUD kind of machine test, but in CRUD kind of application also where you show the data into the table. So it's like mandatory in the table also you should add this no record available. Okay, just you need to compare the array list and you can show that. Now add to cart. So again, we are not dealing with the API. So this card, this buy now button is in my reusable component. So once we click on it, we need to send the data back to our parent component. Okay, either we can send the data from the parent component, or we can store the data like add to cart data. We are not on the add to cart button. We are not on click of buy now. We are not going to consume any API. So we can store the added cart data into local storage. Okay, but still what we can do like on buy now, we can do in the component also, we can store the data into directly local storage, or we can get the data to the parent component. So let's try to use the subject first, because we can use the subject also. So now see, this buy now button is in my card component, right? If I click on buy now, I will emit the subject, and in my navbar component, that will be my parent app component, I will try to receive the subject. And once we get the whatever the product we have added, then that we will add it to the array. Let's not store it into the local storage, just a static data we will maintain. But this is like, this is app component and this is another component. So it doesn't have any relation. These are not parent child, right? So on click of this buy now button, we have to emit the data, and that emitted data we have to receive in the app component. So for this, we have to create the subject. Now we have to create the subject, right? But we need to create a service, because in that service, we will create the subject, and that service we will use it in the card component also and in the app component also. So let's create the service. Service. ng generate service, let's say product. Now in product service, we have to create a subject. So on add to cart, dollar is equal to new subject. Colon subject with any. Okay, so this is how we have created the subject. Now this service, we have to create the instance of this service in the product also, and in our app component also. So here, let's create the constructor, or instead of constructor, we will create the service in the new way, that is by using inject. So product service is equal to inject, and we have to inject the product service. So product service. Okay. Now we have a add to cart buy now button. So on click of this buy now button, we have to call a function. So on click add to cart, and we will send the product, whatever the current product is there, the whole object we will send. Let's create this function, add to cart function. We will get the product data, colon any. Now here this dot product service dot add to cart, this is the subject. So we can emit the subject by using next operator, and we need to send the product data. So this product data, we have to send it over here, right? So from card component, we are passing the data through our subject. And now this subject, we have to subscribe to our app component. So again, first in app component, because our navbar is in my app component. So here also we need to create the instance of the product service. Inject also we need to add. Then let's create a constructor. And in the constructor, we will subscribe. So this dot product service dot add to cart dot subscribe. Okay. Now, so in app component, we had this div. So here you can see it's just a normal table, whatever we have decided, right? First, like on click of this, we need to add a dynamic class to that div. Where what are here? I think we had to add that show. Let's add a show class. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So on click of this cart icon, we need to add a dynamic class to this but particular div. So let's, where is that cart icon? Here is the cart icon. Let's create a click event first. Show cart. Let's create this. Let's create a variable also. Is cart visible colon boolean false. By default, it will be false. And in this variable, we will make it true. And again, this only function, we will use it to close it also. So we will just do the vice versa, not of this variable. So this variable will be, this function only will be responsible to open it also and the close it also. So over here, we have this close icon now. So over here only, we will call this function also. So a single function, it's like a toggle thing. Okay. Now on click of that, again, dynamic class, we need to add it. So this was a class. So let's add a property binding. So if this variable is true, then this class. So if this variable is true, this class will be added along with the show. Otherwise, just show class will be removed. That's it. Okay. So let's just test it if it is working properly. So if I click on cart, you can see it is visible. If we click on this close, that is also getting removed. Now, so in my app component, we have subscribed to that observable. Now here we have to create an array where we will store the cart items. So cart items. Colon any empty. So whatever the, whenever we clicked on the add to cart, what we need to do, we need to store the data into this cart item. So what we will do, so this dot cart item dot unshipped, we need the latest to the top. So that's why I'm using unshipped. And whatever the data, we will get it over here. We're just pushing it. Let's add a debugger over here. And in card also, we need that debugger once we emit the data here also. So data we are going to store into this cart item. So let's make that dynamic also. So inside this table, we had this tr, which was responsible to show the products. So here, let's make use of the for loop for cart item. Let's move this tr inside this for loop. Let's remove the static one. Okay. Now here, so we need the image also, right? So here it needs the background color. Let's see if we can pass directly over URL. Yeah. Dot, what was that? Product image URL. Because same data we are sending, correct? Image URL. Then we have here we have to show the product name. Item dot product name. Quantity is by default one, so let's remove that. It's not needed. Item price we have to showcase again. Price. Okay, so let's just save and check if we are able to add the product now. Okay, so by default, if we see it is empty. Again, here we have to add the logic, no product added yet. But let's see first. Now, if we click on the HP notebook, let me just open the debugger. Okay, so now on click of this buy now, first debugger will be from my product card component. So from here, we got the product data. While emitting the data with the subject, we are passing this product data. If we click on continue, now you can see our subscribe got executed from our app component. So here we got the data, whatever we sent from the product component, that we are pushing it to the card item. So currently it is 0. So now we are pushing it. Okay. Now if we continue and if we again open the cart, here you can see one product has been added. Let's try this. Let's try camera. Again continue. 2 records. Okay. So this is how we have we are able to see the added products also. Now on click of this, we need to remove it also. Now again we don't have API. So it's just an array. From that array, we just have to remove it. Correct? So let's remove this. On click of click, remove product. And here you can see we get the dollar index. So dollar index is nothing but the index property. So for slice also we need to provide this index only. So we already have the index, so we can pass that over here. Let's create this function first. We will get the index. Now from this array, we need to just remove the particular index element. Column number. How do we remove that? By using splice method. Splice method required 2 parameters. Only one parameter is mandatory, but we need to remove only one character, one product. So index, how many products we have to remove? So 1. So that's it. Let's save all. Now again, we have not stored the data into local storage. So again, cart will be empty. Okay. So let's add. Let's add. Let's add. So now you can see 3 products have been added over there. Now let's try to remove this iPad. If we click on the delete, you can see that's got removed. If we click on the HP, that's also got removed. Okay, so everything is in the static array only. So this is how we can remove. Okay, so these are the basic things which we can do in a product card application. Let me just unmute. If anyone has any question, you can ask now. Let me just stop the recording.